Welcome back, everyone. So, we have a few things to talk about today, including price action, but more importantly, some other things that kind of played some big roles in price action because we had some extreme volatility, even more than what we expected. We expected there to be some turnover this weekend because of the swapping that's going to be going on because of witching, but we've had some unloading by some very large whales here. And if you do the math, roughly we have about a 5 billion supply of Doge come in pretty much annually, right? And we had at least 87 million from one account that was sold. And, typically it kind of runs over and kind of creates panic. So you can have some other sales go in there to kind of add to it. I believe at one point yesterday we reached around 118 billion coins sold, but we know one account in particular did 87 million to Robinhood, courtesy of Whale Alerts. So I'm going to put this up, and that's around. You can break this down a number of ways because you have it confirmed here saying did 86 million to Doge, valued at 14.12 million roughly at that time. It's on Whale Alerts X account as well, as well, as well. The Whale Alert was it was sent out at the beginning of around like the 15th. Obviously, they'll have it kind of the news will get out around the 15th and 16th, which was like yesterday. And as that account goes into there, you'll see like that downward suppression in there because basically what you're doing is if you do the math, 2% is going to turn into a week's supply of Doge roughly. You'll have roughly around like 14 million coins a day. So if you do the math, you're looking at a little over 6 days worth of coin or about 2% of the annual supply. So you have, if you say, okay, what does this mean for price action? You'll have the normal block rate that's continuing. You have the normal sell rate that's continuing. And then you have an additional, 100 million coins basically come onto the market. So what does that mean? It means that takes time to be absorbed. So you're going to see that push down. But as we know, I'm going to take a look here at the TA. But as we know, we had our points of resistance and our support, and we bounced back up. So if you were able to catch it, so if you watched the video where I was saying, if we're in this zone here, this is what you're going to be considered the buy zone. Anything in here, even now, technically, this is a great opportunity to buy, right? And as this trend continues to go up, it'll get tighter and tighter because, like right now, you have around 1320. And as it goes up, it'll get tighter and tighter as we get to the cusp of around that April, which is the time frame of which the sideways movement, which we can have for a few weeks before we expect it for the next leg up. If you're able to get it in this zone, then this is absolutely amazing to get it below the support level. So, and this is what a lot of people did because obviously we have a green candle here, and if you were able to catch it at around 13 yesterday, you are in fact roughly up around 15% right now, right? So that is one of those immediate things. If you're able to kind of catch something, you or take advantage of it, right? And especially if you're long, because I think what I'm seeing a lot on my channel now is I believe people haven't identified what kind of investor they are just yet, because it's like they're long in the coin, but they have a trader's mindset or swing trader's mindset as far as how they're looking at it. Because even yesterday, we were looking at the support and we had the push down. They were like, "Oh, I thought it's going to close at it wasn't going to go below 15." And so on here, at least on my channel, I don't trade wicks or open price action. And really, no one should unless you are short and you can look at something shorter, like 4 hours. Even if you're trying to, day trade or something, you can start looking at 5 minutes and 1 minute and all that kind of stuff. But if you are long, you're looking for stronger candles. And we were expecting the downward over the weekend just because of the Bitcoin, the options expires, the witching, all that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, the whale dumping was unforeseen, but when the price action is open and you're able to go below the 15 mark, because kind of like what we did here, because we've done it a number of times. These are all opportunities because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to close in the range. But if you're able to dip below it, then obviously that is amazing. Because technically, if we go back, we've had some dips that were down to, I want to say, like 4 cent, low fives, but we never closed there. So if you're able to catch it, these are great opportunities. These are the best opportunities to buy if you're able to catch that price action because it's not indicative of where we're going to close. So we did have the lower closure, obviously, because we had a huge sell off. I mean, 87 million. But so we ended up closing at around 14.16, which is below support. But I believe we should close somewhere around the 15 mark again, because I know we are absorbing a lot, right? Because again, we have the normal blockchain supply plus those coins on there. So to remove those coins from the actual float to get to more of a equilibrium, then it'll obviously like take some time because the market overall is selling off. So when you add to that, especially a huge number, those typically take some time to kind of absorb. So that's what I kind of expect to happen, at least today and like tomorrow, and then we'll see where those candles close. But it should be relatively close at around 15 until we have the normal push up of the market. That's what I'm expecting because again, the candles and the trends are not indicative of a breakdown. We'll see how strong this movement is up here. Because obviously we had a number of factors play into this. So we'll see how big this movement is to kind of see where we close at, but it's not indicative of the actual movement to see if we're going to have a continued breakdown in this zone. But again, the closer we are to this line here, the better opportunity it is. And for trend purposes, if we try to zoom in here, because even if we look at the ascension, it's when we were in November, we did something similar. We had the test, and this is for when we established our higher high, and this kind of lets you know that you're headed into a run series when you have the test, and then you went down, grabbed some liquidity, and then we're like, oh my god, it's all over. We're going back to 6 cent. We're going back to 5 cent. That's when the comments and stuff started coming in. We did not. We ran to 10, and then we came down here, didn't give up the gains, established that higher high at the high sevens, and trended sideways until we grabbed liquidity that we have now. So this here is what you would consider leg one. So congratulations, you have survived leg one. We are in this period here as far as for the consolidation, which we can be here for another week or so. I mean, well, not another week or so, until around the first week of April. So I guess it's like 2 weeks. And then we can have that. We should start expecting that second leg up here. So this is what you would call leg one. And this is absolutely impressive. We ran strong and we ran early. So not a big deal here as far as for what's happening. I just consider the whale dumping, especially this early, consider that really a blessing in disguise because it's much better for them to dump 100 million coins. It's easier to absorb 100 million coins at 15 cent than at 30 cent, at 40 cent, like that blow, and even the financials behind what it would take to absorb those coins and the effect of people taking profit. Because right now it's going to be considered a buying opportunity because there's a lot of people who have DCAs that are closer to 13 cent or even wanted it at 12 cent. So it's an easy decision to buy. But if you're talking about when people are dumping 100 million plus coins at 40%, at 40 cent or 30 cent, when most people are in profit at that level, then it becomes easier to trigger panic because then at that point, everyone's like, okay, take profit. So you'll see more volatility as that price goes up. So just consider that there's an opportunity here really to kind of get in at these levels. So we've done this before, not the end of the world here. We've done this a number of times closing in this zone. So until I'll wait. I'll say until we this candle closes here, at least the next one, I say next 48 hours, and see if we can consolidate back around this zone, which we should, then we'll keep this one obviously going, saying that if we're in this zone, then it's obviously a great opportunity to buy. Let's take a look here at shorts. Yeah, shorts are not out. And another thing I want to point, they are not running into this. This is what I mean. Like, and the crazy thing about it is, this is what happens when you trade Dogecoin, right? And I'm not telling you not to trade Dogecoin, but let's just think about what just happened here. What did we witness? We witnessed here, we witnessed shorts get wrecked, right? And then we come here today and the shorts are not in it, but the price tanks anyway because the shorts are like, hey, look, we don't want any of this here. This is we believe this is going to rebound. As a matter of fact, we're going to relinquish our positions now because we don't want to get wrecked. But then the longs come along and they get wrecked. Like it's just the people who won over the last 48 hours are the holders, right? Because they only had the opportunity to buy more if they wanted to. They saw a slight dip. We're back at 15. It's like, not that big of a deal. But the people who were actually trading the coin, whether you were short or long, these are the people that took the biggest hit over the last week, really. It's just the people who are using leverage, basically, to invest in the coin. So it's very interesting what's happening here. Bitcoin did the same thing. Bitcoin wrecked shorts, and then it came around and wrecked the people who are long. The people who won holding Bitcoin are the people who are holding Bitcoin, right? It's very who are holding the actual asset instead of using leverage. It's very, very interesting what crypto is doing right now. But shorts are saying they don't want none of that right now, so they are staying out the way. And yeah, great opportunity here for Bitcoin. Very similar price action with Bitcoin and Doge. So even at around 64, if it goes that low, perfect opportunity there. Yeah, great opportunity here. Even below this line here, very similar price action and absolutely perfect to accumulate. If I want to Bitcoin shorts, and sometimes they're opposite. Yeah, they're coming out too. They're coming out too. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Yeah, but overall, we are doing fine. I believe we'll close somewhere around 15, maybe not necessarily high 15s, but I believe that is a great point to kind of go back into Monday, starting next week, and kind of getting like an idea of like the rebalancing and everything. But Dogecoin has performed absolutely well from the run from 9 green days to wrecking shorts, wrecking longs, and now really just absorbing a week supply of Doge, dumped basically in probably less than a day. I believe we may actually do it and get above that and get above and may actually close above that 15 range today, and just kind of signal that week supply was basically purchased up, right? And it's really that's a testament to how strong this actual move is and the positioning that's actually happening here, at least with people who are actually holding the coin. I mean, the people who use leverage are always going to be in there. We took a look at it on the options video. If you haven't seen it, we went over it and we compared the bullishness options compared to the bearish or the puts. We compared calls to puts. We compared the shorts and longs, and we got an idea. And the overall tone was bullishness for the coin. Even the whale purchased back into the coin actually later that day. So it was more so for her to take profit. So the sentiment of the coin is bullishness, but you have moments like this that present opportunities. So let me know again if you were able to get in yesterday, kind of at that 13 mark. You are at up roughly 15% right now, depending on your exact numbers. But if you were able to get in, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are on the whale dumping. Do you think there'll be more of that coming forward? And will you take advantage of it? So with that being said, we are pushing for 100,000 subscribers. So if you are interested and appreciate anything that is done here on the channel, I appreciate it if you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.